Most investors think that private money lenders initiate a wire because they love the returns that you have promised them. That's actually not the case. And a wire is initiated when a private money lender feels that we have clearly articulated how they are protected, secured, and insured when they choose to invest with us. In this video, I'm going to take you through my contract deck, which will show you exactly how ordinary, everyday people feel confident investing in real estate deals because they understand the benefits, including the risks, and they see how they can earn double-digit returns backed by real estate instead of just keeping their money in the bank or unsecured, unprotected, and uninsured in the stock market. As long as you feel confident in knowing how to educate your private money lenders on what these three basic contracts are, you will feel so much more confident when talking to your private money lenders and much less awkward. More importantly, you're not going to feel like you're asking them for anything because they're going to see the benefits to beginning to invest with you. Real quick, I'm not a real estate attorney, so any contract I talk about are contracts that my attorneys have reviewed and approved. Always seek advice from your own legal team, specifically your real estate attorneys, when determining which contracts make the most sense for you and your private money lenders, because you want to ensure that everyone involved is structured in the deal correctly and understands the risks and rewards of every contract you enter together. This is the biggest mistake that investors make when it comes to the contracts. The contracts are usually an afterthought. Whether they choose to target friends and family members or not, they don't treat it like a business. They don't address the risks and rewards upfront. They don't over disclaim and thoroughly educate them on exactly how we are going to legally protect, secure, and insure their investment. If you can't answer every one of the questions that your lenders have as it pertains to the contracts we're going to use, and you don't know those contracts like the back of your hand, you will lose these lenders as leads moving forward because it risks your ethics and credibility in knowing what you're doing in your business. So let's jump right in. The three contracts you're going to use, your contract stack includes a promissory note. That's the promise to pay back the loan. It's simply a summary of the terms and conditions of what you've agreed to with that private money lender, and that is a protection when they invest with you. The second contract is going to be the insurance certificate. You're going to reach out to your insurance broker and say, hey, please add my private money lender on this deal as a beneficiary or loss payee. Now, we have to be able to explain to our private money lenders what that means. Hey, private money lender, what that means is, in the rare occasion, should a natural disaster happen, no problem. Notice my tonality and delivery, no problem. Rare occasion, I got you. My insurance company will pay you back in full. So let me know under what legal entity and address are we going to draft up these loan docs under. And you're going to give a copy of the updated insurance certificate to your private money lender. That is the way you insure their investment. Number three, the way you secure their investment is by recording a mortgage or deed of trust. Hey, private money lender, unlike the bank, unlike the stock market, I'm going to record a mortgage or deed of trust with the county. What that means is you have a tangible asset. If I choose to take the money and run, or if the property doesn't perform, then you can foreclose on me. This is your property. By the way, the trust goes both ways. Your private money lender has to legally sign off a payoff letter in order for you to sell the renovated property, for example. And if they don't sign that, you can't sell it. So these are the three contracts you'll use to protect, secure, and insure their investment. Sometimes, depending on the type of deal, there may be other contracts we use. There may be personal guarantee. There may be a multi-member LLC. There may be joint venture agreement. For now, these are the three basic ones you want to start to educate your private money lenders on. In a promissory note, you are simply addressing the terms of your agreement. I, Amy, promise to pay you, John, your $100,000 over the next 12 months at a 12% annualized return. There is no prepayment penalty penalty, for example. There are no monthly interest payments. You will receive your principal plus interest in one lump sum at the end of the 12-month time frame, or whenever the property sells, whichever comes first, right? And at the end, it's going to say this investment will be secured by the property located at 123 Main Street. And then that is what you will give to your title company, which they will use to draft up the recorded mortgage or deed of trust, which they will record with the county. You are going to have lenders come back to you and say, oh, you're only offering me 12%. I'm making 15% or 20% in the stock market. Okay, cool. Then don't invest with me. That's where I do the takeaway, but I'm not really doing the takeaway. I'm actually being serious. Don't invest with me. Keep investing in the stock market with an unprotected, uninsured, and unsecured asset. Or you can invest with me and I'm going to record a mortgage which attaches your name legally to this property. I cannot sell this property when I'm done renovating it without your written authorization. So what's important to understand about the recorded mortgage is if there are multiple lenders on the deal, you want to make sure you have identified 2 or 3 different lien positions, for example, and that you have 2 or 3, for example, different set of loan documents. There is a legally right and wrong way for structuring contracts, including the recorded mortgage. There have been investors in the past who have promised their private money lenders first or second lien, but when they give the contracts to their lawyer to record, the lawyer doesn't record them in order. Just so you know, it's actually the timestamp by the county that determines the lien position. So if you're promising somebody a first lien position, you want to make sure their mortgage gets recorded first. That is very important in ensuring that you protect and secure your lenders the right way. For example, I just raised $155,000 from one of my private money lenders, Tammy, and our promissory note was drafted up under the name of her self-directed 401k account because that was a source of her funds, right? So if it would have been cash out of her bank account, then the promissory note would have been under Tammy's personal name. Or if she had an LLC, it would have been under Tammy LLC. This was under Tammy 401k, whatever her custodian named her 401k account. And it said, Amy, actually my LLC, promises to pay Tammy's 401k $155,000. I am agreeing to make quarterly interest only payments because this is not a flip, it's a long-term hold. And quarterly interest payments will be made. The loan will be paid in full at the end of the next 12 months, so January 26, 2027, unless Tammy chooses to renew the loan. Now, there's also a disclaimer in my promissory note that says if the money is not paid back within 30 days of when this note expires, then the note automatically renews for another 12 months and there is a renewal fee of $2,000. Every promissory note is different. This is just one version that I have. So that's what the promissory note looks like. Again, no prepayment penalty. It's exactly what I just covered with you. With the insurance certificate, it's the same thing. Tammy's 401k is listed on my insurance policy with her 401k address, her registered agent, and the loan amount. And I gave her a copy. So now she has that. All this is shared with her through the mail, but I also create different Google Drive folders for her to access electronic copies of these documents at any time. And then the third copy, which I'm actually going to have my lawyer record today because she initiated the wire, is the security. So we are going to record a mortgage which attaches Tammy's 401k account to our property here in Austin, Texas. So in the rare occasion, should the property not perform, or if I disappear or something, I don't know, I die, then my estate will take over and she is still secured because her name is attached to the property. So I can never sell this property without Tammy's written authorization. And what that means is when I go to sell it, that her information will be tracked by title on the HUD statement and she will be listed as a lender who needs to get paid back at closing. So before I ever pocket any of the profit, she gets paid back first. This is why the security is so important. And also following through as investors, we want to make sure our lawyers actually record them in a timely manner and they record them in order. So that's my contract stack. To recap, you're going to use a promissory note, an insurance certificate, and a recorded mortgage or deed of trust. The whole point here is to simply educate your private money lenders on what's what's in it for them. It is up to their attorneys to ensure that they are contractually making a sound investment. That is not something that we can legally advise them on. Again, always advise any prospective private money lender to consult their own legal team, tax team, and financial advisors before they decide whether or not this makes sense for them. If you found this valuable, hit the subscribe button below, and I'll see you in the next video.